Hello, and welcome to episode 162. What the hell are we doing here? My name's Brad. I'm running a fucking game of Dungeons and fucking Dragons. Nice to meet your asses. So, to get a couple of things out in the open. Number one, I'm going to be running today's game in theory. Number two, in practice, it's probably not going to go that way. Number three, we got a kick-ass crew of folks. That's all the things I wanted to say. All right, we're going to start introducing folks. We're going right out the gate fucking moving. Chris, could I please have you introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us, if you had to pick one town in Maine to banish the, I'm just going to say it, Ben Shapiro to you. If you could banish one town, or banish Ben Shapiro to one town in Maine, what would it be?
Oh, my name is Chris, or Christina, don't matter. And I told you I didn't have a name for my character yet, Bradley. So I am a new character today, level 4, Forge Azamar Paladin. Will currently be called the Paladin until I get a name for them. And Shapiro to one town. I'm gonna go with Derry, Maine.
I hope
Doesn't exist, but gotta love those red balloons. So anyway. You didn't say that to be a real town, right?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick one dangerous children's toy sold throughout any era, one dangerous children's toy to buy in large supply and then have to resell, which would it be?
Okay, so I am Carl. I am playing my Rune Knight Absirigil. And let's see, a dangerous toy to buy and resell. I'd probably go with like one of those late 70s, early 80s, like I think it was actually Battlestar Galactica that had the little shooting rockets that were like the size of like a wooden matchstick, and like were like choking hazards. They would actually like spring load so they'd shoot out pretty hard for a couple of feet, and like kids got like eyes poked out and stuff with them. So I'd definitely go with one of those because I mean that's definitely a classic right there.
I think that's a good choice.
Then again, I mean like the classic radio, was it the Radio Flyer Red Wagon? Man, you take one of those down a hill. Use a little stick as a handle and try to steer it.
Right. Yeah, that's scary.
Oh yeah.
And could you please describe your character and introduce their name?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I did.
Did you know it?
My character? Yeah, I did. Absirigil. He is my half-orc Rune Knight fighter.
For the folks at home, if you're wondering, hey, why does Brad have a shit memory? So am I. I'm wondering the same thing as you. We're all in this together, like some High School Musical shit. Charlie, could I please have you introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us, if you had to pick one character from the hit movie Treasure Planet to embody as a person, which would it be?
I'm gonna really disappoint you right now, Brad. I've never seen Treasure Planet. Hi, everyone. My name's Charlie.
Brad just froze.
I will be playing Carver, my level 4 Warforged assassin, one of Eternal's new Warforged makings. Sorry to disappoint you, Brad.
No, I'm not upset or anything.
Just you kind of broke his brain for a few minutes.
We could cancel game and just watch Treasure Planet instead.
I haven't seen it either.
I gotta admit,
I'm a
I
little
haven't
older
seen it.
though, so
Atlantis is better.
I've seen Atlantis.
The mole.
Hot take.
Stargate version?
I mean, they're kind of the same thing.
Oh, okay. Then I've seen that.
Their bookworm guys even look alike. So,
Yeah.
It's a big day. Hey, Amy.
Yes.
Could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also state for us if you had to pick one video game to subject Nick to for a 24-hour span, what would it be?
I'm Amy. I'm playing Hallie, my mountain dwarf druid. Video game. I've been on a replay of the Ezio trilogy Assassin's Creed, and it's good, and it's got a lot to do in it. I think that trilogy would keep him going for 24 hours, so I'm going to go with that one. Or the Barbie Horse Adventure for the PlayStation 1, because that was an absolute banger of a game.
That's a good one.
That's basically Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right?
I love the Bratz video game.
Also, I'd beat the Ezio trilogy in like 8 hours, probably.
Challenge accept. Gauntlet thrown down.
Gauntlet. That'd be a good one.
Hey, Nick.
Yo.
Could you please introduce yourself, describe your character, and also describe for us what the fuck is going on with that Ford F-450?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Nick. I have the big CO, so I might not be very vocal. Yeah. I'm playing a new character. Their name's Jared. They don't talk much. They're a monk, Cyclops, variant human. I chose to be a Cyclops. And 2020 F450, man. You looking for C class, B class, A class, S class truck? Yeah, you can't do much better than that, honestly.
It's been a fucking slog. We've been playing Forza a lot, and we had these time trials that go back and forth. And Nick and we've gotten to the point, like, the leaderboard, the worldwide fucking leaderboard, there's like 1 million people that'll play each track. And the worldwide leaderboard has been pretty much forsaken at this point. I say this because we're in the top 1% of most of the racetracks that we're vying for supremacy over one another in. It's like 1 million people that have raced this track, and we're ranked like 500, 600, 1,000.
And a lot of the people above us are cheaters.
Yeah. It's kind of insane. If you're into Forza at all and you're looking to play video games with myself, I'm under the handle Home Stews and House Brews at the moment. Maybe changing it over to Pork's Memes, who knows? Without further ado, oh my goodness gracious! We're about to play some Dungeons and fucking Dragons. So if you got 'em, smoke 'em. If you gotta pee, go pee. If you are like myself and have an oral fixation and need something to drink at all fucking times, to see Brad Pitt in Meet Joe Black. The fucking peanut butter. If you're like myself, go get a drink. Otherwise, we're gonna continue on to Reckon. Today's game will start in Lucky's Tavern. Lucky is an off-blue half-elf. He is a man who is cleaning glasses, slinging drinks, and looking disappointedly towards his patrons. He hears a whoosh sound coming from the back. He takes a look around and realizes that the usual chuckle fucks that are there to greet guests that arrive in the back room aren't there. I'm sorry, could anyone please do me the favor of going to the back room and doing the fucking thing to that new fuck over there? This is in reference to Hallie and Jared, I believe, is also new. Am I right there?
Hallie is not new.
Hallie's not new. Nameless Paladin.
Hallie's just not been here.
Damn it.
Yeah,
It's
Jared
fine.
and the Nameless Paladin are new.
I bonked. We got 2 new folks, though, in the back. Would the rest of the party like to take a looky-loo, or any particular folks?
Beep boop boop. Would you like them disposed of?
Preferably yes, but not in a way that ties to... I'm going to say no until we find out if they have cash.
Beep boop. Confirmed.
All right.
Analyzing meaning behind veiled threat.
Oh, never mind. Keep on keeping on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
While this conversation's taking place, Hallie has already made her way through to the back.
You're looking at a big-ass red button and a couple of folks panicking inside of summoning tubes.
I guess I'll push the red button or whatever. I push it and go, "Hey, you're in the dome. Welcome. You can't leave." And I'm just gonna turn back and walk back into Lucky's. They're all caught up.
You hear a loudspeaker off in the distance. Seems to be a block or 2 away. A vote for Ruggy is a vote for sustainable violence!
Lucky, has that thing started spawning again?
I've called in the big guns for this one. As he says that, the main door swings open. You'll see moving into view is a rather large half-orc. This guy's got a very big stick, kind of confused look on his face. He's currently snacking on a couple of good berries. This gentleman, he's bald, he's got kind of rounded facial features. It looks like he's, at the very least, been on the receiving end of a acidic dragon's acid breath at one point in his past. This gentleman, Bork, takes a seat at one of the tables. Bork's here about the job. Oh, yes, Bork. Oh, please, check in with your superiors here. They'll be making sure that you're up to snuff. He's going to look back over to... I'm going to fucking butcher this name, Carl.
Just Abby.
Abby ribonucleic acid. He's going to look
Abby.
over... Yes. Abby, would you mind please explaining the details of today's mission to Bork?
Yep. So, Bork, we gotta go deal with the Ruggy.
Bork's friend, Chester, came to Bork with a note that said that Bork had to, and he's gonna, like, reach into a pocket and pull out a very wet note. You're not sure why it's wet. But it's wet. It was in his pocket. It's not like super soppy, but it's encountered some moisture. He's like kind of unfolding it, but kind of like handling it with care. A little bit like gets onto his hands. It says, "Beat the shit out of Ruggy."
Uh-huh.
All right.
I come out of the back room, cracking my knuckles, completely naked.
Bork's gonna look a little surprised and then look over to Lucky, who will snap a finger, at which point it looks to be some sort of apron makes its way over to you. It says, "Kiss the chef, but not on these lips." You're not sure what exactly is going on there, but it's got some, a nice frilly lining towards the edges.
I rip it up and use it as a loincloth to where it just barely covers me.
Iconic.
We need to get him over to Jocknars.
Yeah. Bork has a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Bork heard that this Ruggy came from a cube. Bork thinks we beat the shit out of Ruggy and then take care of the cube.
Okay.
Okay. At this point, Bork's gonna reach into his pocket. He's gonna pull out a very small, ornamental, solid gold crab. He's gonna set it on the table. tap on the top of it, it will looks to animate itself, snap a couple of times, and start scuttling around the table in front of him. Bork needs you to go and find information. It will scuttle off the table into a bucket nearby. It'll right on in, and there it shall stay. It appears to have fallen in with the cleaning supplies. Yeah, Bork thinks it just needs a little time.
Okay.
He's going to go over and like help the crab out the door.
It will scuttle one way up the street, and then the other.
You're doing a good job, buddy. And just kind of like pet it.
Bork is going to look over to the nameless paladin. Hi. Would you like a good berry?
Greetings. That'd be very kind of you.
Bork learned this new trick. Can Bork show you?
May, young one.
What your favorite food?
Joy and contentment. I feast upon these, and they make me happy.
What your favorite taste?
Blood.
You like...
I prefer the crispness of an apple, the height of fall when the moon is full.
Bork's gonna hand you a good berry, very confused. He's
I
gonna
like the good berry.
He's gonna mutter something under his breath. You'll see that he's casting prestidigitation. He's altering the taste of this good berry. It goes in and it tastes quite a lot like a crisp apple. Pretty nice.
Thank you. That was quite enjoyable.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Bork's been messing around with tastes.
Well, one way to fill your time.
Yeah, Bork tried to get other time that was already full. But it was like a whole filling area. Bork tried to source locally sourced time. The problem was that the time wasn't necessarily empty, but it wasn't necessarily full, so Bork had to occupy it. While Bork was occupying his time, the time went away.
For the briefest second, you'll see their eyebrow twitch slightly in confusion before they wipe the look off their face and nod, smiling.
Time does that, Bork. Goes from the future into the past.
So yeah, we go beat the shit out of Ruggy?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, hey Lucky, can Bork have a good rock? Lucky, you'll see the off-blue half-elf. Looks a little confused. He looks around for a couple of moments, snaps a finger, at which point a loose brick comes from the wall. This is about the closest thing that I've got for you. I'm afraid I don't have any rocks lying around. What does this do? Yeah, Bork thinks it's gonna do fine.
Hey, Borg, if you like stones and like rocks and stuff, and Hallie's gonna reach into her bag. She just got like various, like a little kid, how they just pick up any rock that looks kind of cool. This has been Hallie's entire life, so she's just gonna kind of pull her pouch out and like open it towards Borg. These are like my lucky rocks, but I want us to be friends, so I think you should pick a couple.
Bork can't do that, but Bork very much appreciates the offer. Bork would actually like to give you the honors. He's gonna hand you the brick. Would you
Oh my god.
attach a note to this and then throw it towards Ruggy, but not at Ruggy, to make sure he gets the message?
Oh, sure. What do you want the note to say?
Stop being yourself.
Okay. Do you want any kind of like threat or just that?
Yeah, Bork doesn't know about thread.
Okay. How he's gonna write? Stop being yourself. Uh, Hugs and kisses, Lucky, and like tie it to the brick, and just kind of, I guess, go out and lob it to where she thinks he is.
So you make your way outside. You'll see that there is a horse-drawn carriage outside with a single Ruggy standing atop. He looks thrilled. His hair is slicked back. He's wearing his best $3 suit. He is taking a look around at all of his soon-to-be subjects, and he is advertising everything he has got, which is, for those of you not familiar with moral bankruptcy, it's nothing. He has got nothing. So how would you like to approach this?
It's going through the window of the carriage, like
All right.
away from the horses. I don't want to accidentally hurt them, so it's just getting lobbed through the window.
Give me an
I go,
attack.
hey buddy, we got a message, and lob it. Yes. Remind me, Bradley, that's just a d20 plus my strength, right?
Or dex, whichever's higher. This is thrown.
Oh, that will be that. So that is a 19 total.
All right. So.
Oh, 20 total, sorry. 30, 20.
Take this brick and huck it. As it leaves your grasp, it halts and floats in midair for like a half a second. You'll see that it turns just slightly like some Matilda shit, at which point it moves at speed towards Ruggy, and you hear a sickening as it makes its way through the glass, through the Ruggy, and through the other side. You're now looking at a Ruggy who had, the standard amount of holes in his head, but one extra hole through the center.
I can be like, I did not think that my aim was that good. I promise I didn't try to hit him.
You're going to hear from inside of the caravan, "Hey! Lucky just killed Ruggy!" At which point there will be a little bit of cheering going on from the townsfolk nearby. You see a small dwarven child who has a Molotov cocktail in hand, currently pulled back towards the same cart, looks a little pissed, and then looks over at you not getting credit, says, "Oh, I wish we could all be winners." And he's gonna promptly fuck off as well. So
While I'm there, can I just unlatch the horses? Sorry.
Oh yeah, go right
and
ahead.
just kind of whisper, be free, and like send them on their way.
They just kind of walk. They don't really like scramble. They're just kind of putt around. This is in town.
Okay, bye.
Beep boop boop. Lucky, what will the payment be for this job?
The satisfaction of getting a job. Well, at which point you'll hear the town is starting to go up outside. Lucky takes a look around. "Hey, Lucky just killed Ruggy!" You'll be paid with whatever profits I see as a result of this. I'm going to get the bar open. I suggest the group of you, half work included, please fuck off, if you so choose.
Beep boop boop. This is acceptable in my programming.
Yeah, Bork's going to go try and mess up one of those cubes. You guys want to come with?
Cube.
Okay. I'm kind of bored.
Kind of look over to Jared. The cubes in the sky that kind of do nothing but also do something. They're kind of more an ominous placeholder than an actual overmarking threat at this point. Bork's just kind of tired of him as an eyesore.
Jared nods and winks.
He's only got one.
Yeah, he can't blink.
Um. Yeah. So Bork wants to go visit one of the cubes. There should be one like just outside the dome, like maybe like a half mile out. You guys ever meet aliens before?
You mean like people from away?
Yeah.
Yes, I have met many people who are not from my country.
Yes.
All right. Bork just wants to let you know we're gonna meet some people that look a little bit like hippos. If you ask them if they're hungry, they may eat you.
They live in these cubes that float
Why
in the
would I
air.
ask them if they were hungry?
Bork's seen some people do some stupid shit before.
Okay, can't fault you there.
He's gonna look over to the paladin. You want an extra good berry?
I would be eternally grateful for this very kind gift.
He's gonna hand you a good berry. He's gonna make it taste like a chai tea.
That is intriguing. You are very impressive.
Same to you. He's gonna offer one to Abby as well.
Okay.
At this point, he's going party member by party member. He'll get over towards Carver and look confused as shit. Carver, at this point, you're realizing he probably doesn't really know if you eat food.
Beep boop, beep boop. I am sustainable without such nutrients required.
Do you like nutrients?
I like spilling nutrients from other sources.
Yeah, Bork's hands are a little shaky too. Bork has a hard time carrying cups from really long distances. Let's go. He's
Ha 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 ha.
He's gonna make his way on outside. At which point he'll begin walking towards the cube on the horizon. At this point, I would like to propose a 15-minute break. Hit the restroom, smoke him if you got him. Hang on out. We'll be back in just a little bit. Hello. All right, we are back. Episode 162. 162. It's a whole fucking thing. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, where we very rarely encounter either of those things. So here we are. My name is Brad. We're back by popular demand. So pop a little whatever that Eminem song says after. So yeah. We're looking down the business end of a fully loaded Bork who is just kind of set off on an adventure today. He seems to be operating quite a lot like a leaf on the wind. You're now being walked with over towards a massive cube on the horizon. Bork has procured an additional brick. On this one, he's requesting any ideas for things to write on it.
Where's this one going?
I always liked to whom it concerns.
Bork likes that. Yeah, Bork wants to put this one in the cube.
All right.
Sphere.
No, it's a cube.
What about just like, can you please leave? You know, it never hurts to be nice.
We're gonna try that after.
Okay.
Bork kind of has a little bit of a plan. Bork thinks it's gonna open up. Bork has a friend Shittith, who said that it would open up a chicken tempura portal with quadro tunneling.
Quantum.
Yeah. Quentin tunneling.
Sounds like lots of MacGuffin.
Yeah, Bork thinks so. Bork just knows that Bork's got this brick, and we're going to put it through the thing, and then go through the thing, and then probably come back by the end of today's episode.
All right. So how do we put this in the cube?
Really hard.
While Bork's writing this on the brick, I'm just going to take out one of my slightly larger rocks and just leave like a note and be like, hey, can you either like be nice or please just go away? Hugs and kisses, the dome. And just like kind of pocket that for, I'm going to lob that in after the brick.
What's Larissa's AC?
Hallie's AC is 14.
Yeah, what's Larissa's AC?
Oh, Larissa. Oh no. I think it's like 17. Give me a second.
Thank you.
Let's talk and fill some time while my laptop is a potato.
For those that don't know, when I start asking off-kilter questions like these, it means I'm about to pull some fuck shit.
Yeah.
Sorry in advance.
Am I about to kill my other character inadvertently with a stone?
I think so.
Amazing. Let's hope. Yeah, my Larissa's armor class is 17. Am I rolling an attack?
Not yet.
Okay.
We haven't done the deed.
Okay.
Anybody got anything they want to do before this brick goes through that cube?
Yes. Carver is going to try to stealth off to the side for a minute.
Exactly 60 seconds go by.
Cool. That's a 21 on stealth.
You are like Pink Panther sneaky.
As that happens, a little hologram will appear from a circular disc in the center of his hand, and an image of Eternal will appear, and he will say, we are about to go through a temporal shifting plane through the cube. Everything is still going according to plan, Master.
Hi, Eternal! Tell Eternal Brooke said hi!
Eternal will kind of like look over, like, "Hi, Bork," and wave. Good to see you.
He's gonna look behind him and then realize where the wave is going and then freak the fuck out. He's like doing that happy dance you see toddlers do when they're like really excited about a food. Just thrilled.
Carvo will say, I will continue with the mission while awaiting further instruction.
Excellent. Good news. Good job.
He'll close off the communication and go back to the group.
Just out of curiosity, where's Eternal at right now?
He is probably in the factory that was making the Ruggy war forged.
Okay. Just wanted to see. Okay. I had a...
Of which Carver is one of the early modified versions.
Love that for everyone involved. Borg is gonna take a look at the brick and take a look over at the Nameless Paladin and offer the brick throwing to the Nameless Paladin. You want to give it a huck?
This is, I imagine, an enemy of the party.
Yeah, the cube. Yeah, we just need to throw this to whom it may concern.
Right?
Give me an attack roll, please.
He said Dex or Strength.
Yep, whichever's higher.
So a dirty 20, I guess.
Dirty 20. Exciter, you hear where
I
you're,
hear ya.
yeah, you're playing cards. You hear like a loud bang nearby. It rattles the table you're sitting at. Your drink does one of those like fucking ring things towards the center. At which point, Molly's looking a little perturbed. She's hanging out in this tavern. You know, it's been a great time so far. They let her inside. It's currently located on a rock that's careening through the sky. You've been traveled here with a good old war buddy. Apparently he was invited. He seems to be good at playing cards. It seems to kick ass at blackjack. Eli, you're hearing this as well. A brick appears at a far wall. You'll note that the hippopotamus people, or as we know them, GIF, are where they were once singing and dancing and playing songs inside of this cantina. You're seeing that they have stopped for a moment, almost as though some random green man shot second and died first. So the brick goes through, seeing the attack roll on the rock. Where are we looking on that rock, Hallie? Haley?
Hallie. Yeah, Hallie's gonna huck a rock. That's gonna be the 7 total.
So the rock goes through this temporal portal, at which point, Larissa, you're currently hanging out in the Den of Sins. Stampy is currently fist fighting a random passerby over a pixie stick. Stampy, you'll note, has taken to just holding a light-up pacifier in Stampy's mouth. Kind of unabashedly so. It's like the only artifact that you'll note Stampy is like regularly keeping on them. There's like a little like a light scuffle. It's nothing crazy. Picture like Snoopy in the Thanksgiving special of "You're not from America." Holy shit! Fuck.
I was just gonna leave it. It's fine. I can imagine cartoon style violence. It's okay.
Very particular reference. If you've never
I will
watched
look it up.
2 popular votes go the way of faithless electors in your lifetime, I can't describe it to you. You gotta watch it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But so you see this rock appear. You're looking at it. And it seems to have been tied to you through some unseen force, almost as though it's connecting between an abstract notion of an overarching player. At which point, this portal is getting larger and larger in front of you all, where this cube had once been. Certain things are being sucked into it. You'll note it's taking in a lot of dust. For those on the other side, in this case, Eli and Exhydria, you're not seeing anything appear. What would everyone like to do?
So, is that where we go in?
Oh, yeah, Bork thinks so.
Okay.
Bork's gonna...
Abby will go ahead and charge in.
Bork will follow second.
Noob. I'm right behind him with my head down like I'm gonna bash it.
Yeah, Hallie's following Bark.
However, it will enter.
As you all appear on the other side of this portal, you spend just a couple of moments in stasis. You're like flying through this port key style tunnel. You see that there's a Ruggy Dougie with a tricorn cap and an eye patch. He said, "Yeah, I want Fittest dead. I don't... How many times do we have to have this conversation? It seems like a recurring bit at this point. Yeah, people flying by, whatever." You'll successfully appear on the other side of this portal. You now see that there's a group of folks playing cards. They look intimidating as shit, mainly because there's a horse that's on fire next to them. And the shit that they're carrying looks cool as fuck. Could you please, Carl, could you please describe Eli for us?
Okay. He is just kind of wearing just a normal-looking guy wearing plate mail. He has a blue hand painted on the breastplate of the armor with an eye in the middle of it. Anybody who has religion may very well be able to recognize it as a symbol of Helm. He is wearing a... probably is not actually wearing it, but is probably like on his belt hanging a helmet with a number of gems encrusted, embedded in it. It looks like there are not as many as there once were. And he has a... actually, at this point, he would have two swords visible, where he would have a sword on his hip, a shield over his back, and he would have a what looks to be just a sword handle hanging on like a leather strap over his neck like a necklace. He just kind of like looks over and goes like, "Oh, hey, Mark, that you? Been a while."
Yeah, Eli?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bork's been doing some multiverse stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whole West March's dome kind of flew away, and Bork kind of stuck around. Bork decided that Bork kind of wanted to, like, do other stuff. You know Ruggy?
Which one?
Our Ruggy.
Yeah.
Apparently he's wearing a tricorn cap now. Bork thinks it's super snappy.
Okay.
Exhydria?
That's good.
Hello, Bork.
You want a good berry?
Know it.
He's gonna flick a good berry over to you, flick a good berry over to Eli, and he's gonna take a leering look over towards Molly. At which point, you will see this man make the most uncharacteristically boundful lurch towards this horse, who, for those looking on, this horse is bad fucking ass, and everyone around seems to have given this thing a very wide berth while moving around. Bork seems to be able to just run up to this thing and give it a big ol' hug. Molly doesn't seem super... cuddly about the whole thing, but seems to be pretty all right with it. You're not sure what backstory might be going on there.
Hallie sees this and wants to try and go and hug the horse.
Give me an insight check or an animal handling check. What your pick?
Yeah, that's gonna be animal handling. $22.
You think Molly needs a bribe?
Does Exydria see this?
Oh, yeah.
Callie,
Yeah, someone's about to get naturally selected. They're going to give Molly the wrong hug, and it's going to be boom.
I'm gonna slowly walk over, and as I do, I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals. Hey, that's not my voice. Hey, what? Can I like pet you?
Do you speak Infernal?
I do not speak Infernal.
The response that you'll hear is in Infernal. Who here does speak Infernal?
Exydria does, obviously.
My language pack has not been upgraded.
You'll hear a rumbling under this horse's neck. It sounds like a crackling fire in a churning furnace. You're not sure what the fuck it just said, but it looked scary as shit while it was saying it, and its eyes glowed just a little bit. Bork doesn't seem fazed at all by this, but everyone around just moves back like a couple inches, like 3 inches.
Hey, Bork, can you tell her that? Like, can you tell the horse that I'm like not a threat? I just want to be friends.
Oh yeah, you gotta tell her yourself. Molly can understand you. She just doesn't give a fuck enough to say anything back.
Oh,
Also, she's not a horse.
What is she?
Your best nightmare.
I mean, she looks cool as shit. I love her. I love the whole aesthetic. I'm there for it. Hey, do you like candy? And I'm gonna reach in and try and feed the horse some candy.
Molly's gonna give a side-eyed look to Exydria.
I will, sort of chuckling evilly under my breath, go, okay, fine. And, here, kid, try this. And I'll hand her a piece of jerky.
Molly will happily eat the jerky, and then look over to the candy, kind of give one of the type of deals, and then do a lap outside. There'll be like a kick to open the door at the entrance. You'll see as this door swings open, there are stars just outside. This seems to be on a suspended meteorite, you might think, just given the like level of declination for the horizon on the view. It only seems like a few kilometers around. For Eli, you've got a great fucking hand. It was interrupted, but by friends. You're looking over at Scratch Eye, and he seems politely unfazed by this.
Okay. Just make sure that Molly doesn't eat the any of the newcomers. Just kind of like look over, like, okay, good. Then go back to the game.
Scratch Eye, he's gonna take a look towards you. He's gonna up his bet, and then give a knowing look to another person playing next to him. This guy just sat down. Given that this is a blackjack table and the dealer has not moved, do you think there's something else afoot?
Okay.
What is the rest of the party doing right now?
Tai Chi.
Looking around to figure out. Abby's looking around to figure out where they are. And then he'll go over to like the window and look out and look around and come back to the group and just kind of get a feel for what this place is.
For Abby, you take a look out. You'll see through this window that there is perception check, please. I want to see if you get this.
Hey,
detail.
there we go. 21.
21, you'll see there's a planet outside spinning fast as fuck. As far as other objects of note, there really isn't anything. You're expecting like an air skiff, like a ship. anything, like a horse outside, other than Molly, who seems to be just kind of doing laps around the planet at this point. Molly, you'll note, drifts away from the meteorite. You think she may be able to fly. You see her do this to make her way over to what appears to be a space whale very far off. She looks hungry. You think she's on the hunt.
Okay.
Elendil will give a slight nod to Exhydria and say, "Greetings, cousin."
There's like a light ringing in your ear, kind of like putting two walkie-talkies up to each other.
Hmm.
Bork is gonna try and take Hallie aside. Bork has a confession to make.
Yeah.
Bork doesn't know how to play cards, but Bork needs to get in good with Scratch Eye.
Oh, like I learned how to play cards when I've been like trying to get to the dome. I could try and help. Yeah. Do you want me to teach you, or do you want me to play?
Bork doesn't think we got enough time for Bork to learn. We need a few. He's gonna look over at a calendar nearby. We need a few years.
Okay. Well, we can circle back to that. Like I'll definitely teach you. We can make it like a weekly thing. We meet up, we talk rocks, we teach you cards, yeah?
Yeah.
And in exchange you can teach me how to not make Molly eat me.
Sounds good to Bork.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go and sit over at the card table.
The dealer's putting down 2 cards, flipping one over. You're looking at a pretty nifty time. For Eli, you've been able to keep good track of the cards on the table. They seem to only be playing with 1 deck at a time. This isn't like a 4-deck type of deal where you're looking at weird probabilities.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a single deck, pretty straightforward. You think the game is a little more intricate than what is initially spelled out.
Okay. Well, he does have the soldier background, so he is familiar with gambling games.
This is an officer sitting at a table in a room full of privates.
Okay, so Eli's the officer and the rest of them are the privates kind of feeling?
Scratch Eye's your officer.
Okay.
You are fitting a role more closely related to diplomat in this moment.
Okay.
You were asked to bring an enforcer or security personnel with you. And as a joke, I would assume you would have given Exhydria an elbow.
Sure.
I don't mean to shoehorn anything into anybody's characters here. You know, if I do, stop me.
All good. Yep. He will be playing, since his role is more of like diplomat and trying to have diplomatic, friendly relations rather than hardcore, like, we're at a tavern, we're having a game of cards, so this could go ugly at any second kind of feel to it. It's more of a, we're just having fun.
Scratch Eye also seems to be giving you the same level of respect. There is a level of care to these negotiations. That's all I got for now. Sorry.
All good.
River will be spending the entire time analyzing both behavior and speech patterns of everyone at the table, as well as trying to take in what's going on with the card game, seeing if anybody's dealing from the bottom of the deck, so to speak.
They seem to be feeding Eli cards. This has been dealt from the bottom of the deck. You because you're able to perceive stuff in different amounts of time, I won't make you roll. You're dealing with like a little bit different of a frame rate from normal folks, and you're seeing that shuffling seems to happen with like a thumb underneath the deck pulling the bottom card. There's a desired card. It's given to Eli. It's put 4 cards from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits Eli. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits Eli again. This seems to be enough to keep him going well, but not enough to have him winning outright. You think they're trying to just keep this thing going for a hot minute. That said, the dealer at this point, seeing extra folks sit down, is trying to do some math in their heads, you can see, and is getting just a little bit pissed, like they didn't sign up for this at work.
Yeah, you guys don't mind if we join, right?
The dealer happily smiles and looks over to Scratch Eye, who says, "Oh, the more the welcome, the merrier, the pleasantries. Sorry, I cannot do things like these. Please sit down." His voice is going to be rough for a minute. I'm still deciding on it. Sorry.
It's like an older Christopher Walken somehow, and I'm on board. Yeah, Hallie's gonna sit down with Bork kind of over her shoulder, I guess. He's learning, so it's like, is it good if he just kind of stands and watches?
Scratch Eye will look over to the dealer, who will give, "Oh yes, of course, but of course they can sit and watch. Of course, of course." Who looks over to Scratch Eye, "A little thick. Well, forgive me. I got a bubbly one over here." He's gonna point to a glass of champagne and then motion towards a barkeep a little ways away. "Anything for anybody on me."
Oh, I'll take something blue.
Cube. I would like an oil change.
Scratch Eye, you'll see as you mention oil change, he's gonna mention that he can't help you with a. I can't help you with a drug test. Oh, you just use real oil.
Confirmed.
For those that don't know, an oil change is when you use a catheter to re-inject urine that isn't yours into your own bladder. It's used for.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
It seemed appropriate.
Brad, why?
People gotta pass drug tests.
I have to know these things. Now you do too.
Okay.
Like, it's shared trauma, really. Like, I'm sorry. Somebody's got to be a
No, you're not.
Yeah,
You're not sorry.
We know what we showed up here for. We showed up here.
Every day is a school day.
Yeah, honestly. Okay, we show up here to learn strange new things about the world that we never wanted to learn, and then we walk away more equipped to help, deal with it. It's the whole. What are your characters doing?
Playing some blackjack.
Abby kind of picks up on the vibe. He got 19 on insight, so he is going to sit back and just watch the game. He'll kind of like maybe mingle around with some of the other people, but not wander off too far from Bork.
Abba, you'll note next to you sits down another person with a rather large cloak. Hood is pulled down. You're looking at a person with a rather large, elongated, bald head. They reach forward to collect some cards, and they ask to be dealt in. They hand a couple of what look to be Electrum coins over to this person. You're looking at the dealer who's now dealing in another fucking person. This humanoid sitting down. I don't know if you're familiar with this. Could I have you make a history check for me?
Sure. Oh, probably not. History for Abby is a 5.
You're not sure what's going on here, but this person's got 4 arms, 2 of which appear to be only semi-translucent and only semi-present. For those at home, we would know this as a monapolin. See episode 12.
Yeah, Abby has not run into them yet.
This person's saying something in a language strange. You'll hear at which point they'll cough, rewind their speech, which is something you hadn't seen prior. They seem to have a light bit of psionic ability. At which point you'll hear, "Oh, would you please deal me in? I would love to play." He's going to be dealt in, realize that this table's big as shit, and immediately start glancing at cards obsessively. Bork is realizing that this seems to be the prevailing strategy, at which point Bork is going to look over to Hallie. Are we counting cards too? The dealer is just going to shake their fucking head. Everybody's been outed here. The entire game is starting to go up. What would y'all like to do?
Oh, Bork, you make really funny jokes. These fine gentlemen would never count cards. Would you?
Is counting
Just
cards bad?
looking specifically at Scratch Eye.
Scratch Eye is going to give you one of these. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I'm gonna tap Bork on the shoulder, lean over, whisper in his ear, "Pyramid."
Huh?
I'm just gonna lean back, as if I'm stretching, and put an arm around Bork and go, Don't accuse the guys that you're trying to befriend of cheating. They don't like it.
Counting cards is cheating? Bork thought you just could look at the table to see what's on the...
It's frowned upon in most tables. It's not really bad, but it's pretty bad. Most people don't like it. Fun fact for the audience, I literally work in a casino. Hey, I'm role-playing my job. No, you're good. Fun fact, card counting is not illegal, but it is genuinely frowned upon, and you may be asked to leave if you take the piss. There you go.
Yeah, Bork didn't realize that it was frowned upon.
If you're caught blatantly doing it, yes. It's kind of assumed that everybody kind of keeps track of what's been played, but
you try. It's difficult as fuck.
Yeah.
Also, props to your dealer for being able to fake deal. It's a tough one. Yeah, no, I mean, you can try and count the cards. That's not how I usually play. I mean, we can try it. Hallie's gonna try and keep a track of the cards.
Did everybody else know that counting cards was bad? The GIF are all going to shake their heads no. Exhydria, are you going to lie here? Or I would assume that you would know that this is a thing.
I'd probably be like, honey, I'm a tiefling. That is what I do.
Yeah, Bork didn't mean to make any upsets here. Bork's gonna go look outside. He's gonna make his way over to the windows now, and he's gonna look over at that planet that's spinning fucking fast. Standing next to Abby. Bork dropped a rock on that place one time?
You did?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
There was this crazy lady, Christine, who was about to blow up the whole place.
Okay. What is that?
Christine?
No, that points to the planet.
Oh, it's a planet that moves too fast to escape it. Bork's friend had an idea to make it spin super duper fast so that the escape velocity needed to get out would make it so that you'd be unnavigable by the time you escape. It's a whole thing.
Okay. Who else is there? I assume that Christine person's there.
No, she escaped a while ago. She's been kind of under the radar. But there's a group of folks that worship her there, as their god of whatever. And they seem to also want to do some damage.
So is she a god or not?
She's a god, but she's not good.
Plenty of them aren't.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Bork's been doing his days all wrong. Bork's been praying to the wrong people. Bork didn't even know that the god of cotton candy could be bad. Bork just kind of blindly assumed that the cotton candy god was good.
Oh no. I mean, I'm talking like I don't know. I mean, you've got like gods that are like evil and chaotic and lawful evil too. They're really like just evil.
Oh.
And you got like, and then you got like neutral gods that are kind of like not really good or bad. They're just like forces of nature kind of thing.
Ellipsoid.
Did you just say this?
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, that was me chiming into that conversation.
You mean Billy? Or
Who's Billy?
Valignat? In reference to the ellipsoid.
Yeah, he just kind of raises his one eyebrow.
Don't know Billy. I've yeah, Valignat. Yeah.
A couple of moments go by. Okay. You'll see a robed gentleman is making his way to a bar. Someone whips around and attempts to swing on the guy. He pulls out what looks to be a sunblade, cuts the dude's arm off, and fucks off immediately after. Bartender doesn't even seem to bat an eye.
Eli glances down to make sure his the necklace, the sword handle on the thong is around his neck is still there.
Oh yeah, he keeps that thing on him.
Okay. Yep.
Jared would like to get the arm.
Jerry, you successfully acquire the arm.
I'm gonna hold it up to the bartender and say, "Cook."
I don't got a cook.
Fire.
I don't got a fire.
Throw the arm on the ground and walk off. Go back to where I was.
He's gonna throw a glass at you. Don't fucking disrespect my bar.
Oh shit. Do I have a... No, I don't got it yet. Damn. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah. Does he hit me?
That's a great question. What's your AC?
17.
Oh, shit. He misses and hits the person next to you, who immediately starts swinging in a random direction, which will be away from you. A bar fight is starting. Scratch Eye looks pissed. You hear a light bit of a scuffle begin to start, and then a gunshot goes off. He is pointing a musket in the air. He has risen from his seat, and he is pointing that gun around the room, making a wide sweeping motion. All right, you sons of bitches. Anybody here that wants to be a pain in my fucking ass can go march off the meteorite. I got a horse out there that seems to be looking for some food. I don't mean to make any assumptions, ma'am. It just seems that your horse is looking to eat somebody here, and I'm looking to feed him. He's referencing towards Exhydria and Molly. All right.
Oh, the nightmare is always hungry.
Hell yeah! You hear that, you sons of bitches? Fucking animals, shaping up. At which this is turning into more of a Bill Burr. I'm just gonna steer into the skit at this point. Sorry, friends. We're gonna do F is for family on this son of a bitch. Or the Mandalorian guy. I don't know. The better Finn is what we'll call him.
Philip Fur?
Yeah, Philip Fur. Shit.
I mean, we are in horse territory.
We really are. All right, you fuck, sit on down. Come on. He's gonna take a look over to you all. I'm sorry, we don't like being like this. We understand that with aliens, you gotta be fucking careful. Tricky bit is that, if we're dicks, we get crossed off by aliens that aren't. So it's just kind of a whole thing. He's gonna sit down. The dealer now is looking just a little confused. There was like a loss of turn. There's like a little marker for who was quote unquote small and big by it. I don't know blackjack as well as I want to.
No.
Yeah, you're doing poker.
Yeah, I'm doing Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, you're doing poker.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay.
2 cards, 1 down, 1 up.
It always just stays at the same place.
I gotta get better at these.
I mean, I don't know how it works on this meteor planet thing. It could be that it's like a mix of poker and blackjack.
I mean, I'm gonna defer to factual correctness here. For those that don't know, if you were listening earlier, you would have heard Amy be like, "Yeah, this is the shit I do. This is the shit Amy does." Amy, what shit is going on here logistically? Please describe for me what is happening card-wise.
Okay, card-wise, it'll start from one end of the table, and everyone will get dealt their first cards, including the dealer, and then it goes back round, everyone gets their second cards, and the dealer keeps one face up, face down, if we're doing American rules. And then it goes around the table, and everyone gets to choose if they are taking cards or staying, and then the dealer does their hand, and then everyone wins or loses.
That's the shit that happens. That's as succinct as an explanation as you'll fucking get. I'm not giving you a better one. I don't have one. Sorry, friends. We have a legit dealer here. Not even like a drug dealer. This is just a solid
drug
fucking
way.
dealer. So this.
Sorry if I ruined anyone's time, but
I'm down.
yeah, there we go.
I love to see it. Okay.
Okay. Hallie is trying to count cards because she wants to beat everyone except for Scratch Eye, so that she can be like, "Hey, you're a great player. This is my friend Bark. He wants to be friends."
I want to do a side note here. I love it when people do the shit that they're cool at here. Like, if you do cool shit, I love that. Didn't subtract from my net at all. Thank you for doing cool shit, Amy.
Thank you for enjoying my job. But another fun fact about it does not pay as much as a drug dealer would. There you go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting arrested or shot.
That is true. I mean, I don't need to worry
Maybe
about
not
getting shot
arrested.
regardless.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about getting shot regardless.
I mean, the two don't need
Not
to
in
be
America.
mutually exclusive.
Mm.
True.
Come to
We don't-
Oklahoma. We got a lot of casinos and a lot of guns.
We don't have guns. We're good country. I don't know.
Y'all got
That's
fucking
getting into
daggers
some
over there at
political
best.
shit.
I forget you
Yeah.
guys can't just go to like an army surplus store and buy an amount of swords that shouldn't be legal.
Nope.
Yeah, just like here's a claymore.
Yeah. I'm not even allowed a taser.
What?
It's fun. Yeah.
How are you supposed to resolve traffic incidents? What is this place?
You just don't drive.
Like,
We all just run around the Highlands, loving each other and wearing skirts.
How do you yell, "Don't tase me, bro"?
this is difficult. I don't even know. This is like,
I would totally ride a Harry Coo around the Highlands.
Oh, we do love a good Hariku. They're
Mhm.
adorable. Go if anyone wants some cuteness in their life, go and Google baby Highland cows. It's the cutest shit
Mhm.
you're ever gonna see.
Well, hold on. Look, I'll go find one and post it in the game room.
yeah, sorry, friends.
It's
Something important
it's
just came up.
adorable.
For those of you at home who are wondering what this is, we got a Patreon you can subscribe to get access to this, to where you can see these pictures.
Yeah, you want to hang out with us and like smoke some weed and play some fucking video games? Join the fucking Patreon already. Holy shit. Sorry,
Carl.
that was
Well,
like
Carl
very
is
brief.
here.
Any new Patreon subscribers will also get casino training from yours truly, and or just foreign lessons. I'll tell you shit about my country, you tell me shit about your country. It's a good time.
These cows are
Yep.
fucking adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Carl can tell you about the wonders of math.
Yes, I can.
Honestly,
Oh,
Carl,
we should have had.
Well, I somebody else actually posted a meme today about fuckery.
Fuck.
And
Yeah, I saw that.
how fuckery is isomorphic to the complex number system. Let's see if I can find how it went. It went something along the lines of what the actual fuck implies. There's an imaginary fuck. Let me see if I can find how it went. Okay, what the entire fuck implies the existence of fractional fucks. What the absolute fuck implies the existence of positive and negative fucks. What the actual fuck implies the existence of imaginary fuck. Conclusion: fuckery is isomorphic with the complex field. And as somebody who has actually studied complex analysis at the graduate school level, yes, it is.
Fuckery.
I like it.
Yep. And those are ridiculously adorable cows.
I like to imagine when
For the
people,
babies.
the folks that wrote Ant-Man are trying to achieve a level of understanding of basic logistics and fact that Carl actually has, and instead of doing so, instead of researching literally anything, they just say quantum until you suspend your disbelief. For that reason, amongst a slew of others, I would like to start campaigning that we have Carl fix the Ant-Man series. Carl, would you be willing to fix Ant-Man?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
So my only concern with that,
Way overloaded on the word.
Carl, what
My only
number
concern-
of likes and subscribes would it take to get you to fix the Ant-Man series?
Oh, quite a lot. I'd have
Well,
to
you
think.
heard that. On it, people.
the only issue with that is if we cut down on saying quantum so much, I feel like people might forget about Scott Bakula. That would make me a little sad.
There is
Bakula's my
rumor
hero.
that they're going to do.
Because they're going to reboot it.
a sequel.
Yeah.
No one
Would you
could
actually-
ever forget about Bakula, bro.
If you want to be part of conversations like this, join our Patreon.
Yeah, hang the fuck out. Like, we can just talk shit. We, like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but every now and again, I smoke marijuana. It's a big shocker.
Legal
I
in
know.
our state.
Yeah, it is. It is a thing here. I know. I'm the adult man wearing a scarf and a backwards cap, so I'm sure everybody's super surprised. But I just had to Google Scott Bakula, and now I'm like seeing images from fucking Star Trek Enterprise. In my opinion, the worst Star Trek. Sorry, I've watched all of it. Like, I committed. It just didn't get better. It turned into like this weird Cold War analog. It wasn't good.
Isn't there only one season?
Deep Space
dude?
Nine.
Deep Space. No, I haven't seen Deep Space.
Yeah, the oatmeal guy.
The what?
Oatmeal guy wasn't Odo or Odo who would like
Oh yeah, Renee
into
Auberjonois.
oatmeal to like slide under locked doors. That's a little
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Odo. Yep. But yeah, the Deep Space Nine was the first series of the Star Trek series that broke with the formula that Gene Roddenberry had set up. A lot of the hallmarks of the first 2 or 3 shows were episodic shows, so start and end. There wasn't like an overarching storyline occurring. So you could just hop in, watch a show, and come back 6 months later and just watch another show.
Why they had the captain's log intro at the beginning.
Yep.
To decipher it, yeah.
Yep. To basically set up what was happening in the episode, kind of thing. And there were a couple other things, and it also was very Star Trek episodes that showed that society in the Starfleet Federation wasn't necessarily always perfect. It got into some of the gray areas and the morally ambiguous decisions that were being made behind the scenes. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite of the Star Trek shows.
Mm.
But then again,
Carl,
I have to
I think
watch some of the new ones.
I think you've just got a soft spot for Quark.
Actually, Derek, the
Derek's-
Cardassian ex-spy who's the tailor, although never officially said he was an ex-spy. But the root beer episode,
Yeah, I don't have anybody that's sort of set up off that at all.
nice. You looking up the root beer episode?
I'm looking up Garrick. The memes that I've
okay.
seen of this man definitely add up with what I know of your sense of humor and story taste. Yep. There seems to be an intense level of sarcasm, yet also accuracy. Yeah. I need to watch the shit out of this character.
Yep, definitely a great episode, great series. I forget when it was, but the bit with the root beer.
Mm.
It was probably later in the run. Yep.
Huh. We're looking at a spinning planet that seems to be accelerating as it spins. For those that don't know, this would make it so that it seems to have a constant gravitational effect of turning left at all times, or like leaning left. It's a whole thing. There's an episode where we like do New Adventures of Old Christine, but without Agent Coulson before he was famous for being Agent Coulson. New Adventures of Old Christine was basically a spiritual successor to 2.5 Men. It was a raging critical success that show was. Where they took the lady from Seinfeld, the only person whose career seems to have aged well, and then had her do something that wasn't Seinfeld, because she didn't go to the Laugh Factory and say a certain word starting with N, and she also didn't date a 17-year-old in 1999.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. New Adventures of Old Christine is better than Seinfeld or 2.5 Men.
It really is.
To be fair, I think the guy who played Newman just decided to like chill on his career after that. I mean, he'd already done Jurassic Park and shit, and Space Jam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do Space Jam? You do Space Jam? Your career doesn't go higher. It is your peak. It's the inevitable gratuity that everyone's career eventually leads towards, or falls short of. You've either done Space Jam and peaked as a human being, or you haven't.
That's why I quit acting, because I knew I didn't get the new Space Jam, and that was it. My dreams were crushed.
I just knocked up my ex-wife.
We're learning a lot about each other today. This is
Anyway, Blackjack.
This ain't quite episode 5, but we're having a fucking time over here.
We're having fun. I hope you are too.
We show up to have fun here. If in case you're ever wondering, like, oh, I wonder if all these insanely disorganized tangents are scripted. No, we're fucking around.
Yeah, if you think you could get the people here to follow a script, you are high. More high than I am.
I would honestly love to try and see us follow a script and not go off on many, many tangents.
I'd love to see someone try
I
and
think
get
it'd
more
be
high than Nick.
Yeah.
I implore you.
Since we're going off topic, so done. Here's a cat.
Motherfuck that. Okay, we're going full screen on this son of a bitch. For those that don't know, episode 5 was an episode where I got blackout drunk on stream live. It was a great set of decisions because I am barely an adult mentally.
There was a lot of love conveyed.
There was.
There was.
That said, I've been sober 6 months now, so you know we're making better decisions here. I do still smoke weed, but California sober, we'll call it. Is that a thing in California, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing in the rest of the... If it's not in California, the rest of the world, or the rest of the U.S. calls it that. So...
I mean, I haven't heard it, but I'm also a father of 3 in my, early 30s, so, it's possible that, I've jumped the shark in my social nuances.
If it helps, I have also heard the phrase California sober.
Oh!
I don't know if it's from y'all. I can't remember if it's from you lot, but it's definitely a phrase. Well, I have heard the phrase.
Is that like Boston sober?
You only do cocaine.
Hey, this is Boston sober.
Boston sober, where you fucking
They've only had a 6-pack of Guinness.
Yeah, fucking Boston sober, you have to down a 6-pack of Guinness, run around with your fucking balls out for half a night in the fucking dead of winter, and then fist fight every star of the movie Departed. That is Boston sober. It doesn't exist. I
think of the Saturday Night Live skit where they're doing the Sam Adams pumpkin ale.
Oh my fuck.
And Bill Burr's trying it, and he's like, "Hey, it's beer." And then he starts fighting his son because his son wanted Cocoa Puffs. And they start fist fighting in the middle of the store. Yeah.
I remember Four Brothers.
California sober.
Good fucking
movie. Term. Is apparently also a song by Demi Lovato.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Demi Lovato.
Big Demi Lovato fans here.
Yeah, we're basically the same person.
A lot of people talk shit on Demi Lovato all the time.
They are great. Yeah.
I talk shit on Demi Lovato.
I don't know that I know any of their songs.
Demi Lovato?
Honest. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'm like that with who's that guy with the toupee and started Home Alone 2? I know a lot of people that are really big fans of him that don't know any of his songs. I, for one...
Joe Pesci?
Joe Pesci with the steel...
No, I know some of Joe Pesci's songs. Yeah, Joey D and the Starlighters. He did some early stuff. That was before they had Jimi Hendrix, I think.
He did a Christmas album. It was great.
Yeah. Somebody at home is like hearing all of us collectively talk about Joe Pesci's music career and being like, "What?"
Yeah, no, it was a real thing.
Okay.
Sorry. Blackjack. The game of blackjack is just about ended. Everyone's looking a bit confused. At this point, Scratch Eye is going to make a case for alien diplomacy in a pretty 80s action movie style, end of the movie style, Reagan funded style rant.
Oh no.
Yeah, but we gotta be fucking nice around here. We got these fucking aliens coming over to spend their hard-earned electrum on our fucking bullshit drink. They're good drinks. You should keep buying them. On our bullshit drinks. And you want to spit in their fucking mouths and throw shit at... Fuck no. We're not doing that shit anymore. If you want to be a cool-ass alien, you gotta be worth hanging out with. Otherwise, they'll wreck your shit. That's the whole fucking thing about diplomacy up in space. There's no rules. Only supernovas and black holes ready to fuck your shit up and people that are willing to ride through it with you. Now behave.
Carver will attempt to aid in the peace talks by handing out small packets of Action Surge powder to everybody.
Give me an
as if they are
please.
Gifts. Straight in.
Yep.
That is a 17.
You ever play the game Hungry Hungry Hippos?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Would you like to play it again? I'm not saying are you sure you want to do that.
I will. I was just gonna toss him out, like Oprah style, kind of like you get action surge powder, and you get action surge powder, and you get action surge powder.
Eli, you got your portal ready. You know this is about time to fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
The room erupts. Whatever hope of peace there was has been lost at the sight of action surge powder. Point of note for everyone involved, you're able to find out that they love that mineral. They fucking crave that mineral. They will scale 60-degree inclines for that fucking mineral. A reference to goats back in like 2010, 22. It was a whole meme back before like the world was supposed to end the first time and then wound up ending in 2016. They crave that mineral. They're fucking thrilled. They've got big hippo noses to fit big amounts of action surge powder. There doesn't appear to be any like melee going on as a result of this, but there is some clamoring. Eli, you've got a pocket dimension in your pocket, specifically for getting the fuck out of Dodge. Would you like to get the fuck out of Dodge in this scenario?
Yeah, it'll be like, catch up with you later.
Bork's gonna
before we leave, Hallie just wants to see if she can like keep the hype and hopefully bring any piece back. She's gonna turn into a hippo. She's gonna use her wild shape and turn into just a normal hippo and see if how this affects.
Does this do anything for you, huh?
I'm thinking like Gloria in Madagascar. I want to be like this curvy, thick hippo that's unnaturally sexy for some reason.
Oh my god.
How does it appear to be going down, Brad?
Picture a room full of Joe Rogan staring at someone that just turned into a chimp.
So they're beating their chests and screaming and
yes, and also on cocaine. I need you all to know this. Action surge powder is code for cocaine. If you're at home and you're just learning this now at episode 162, thank you for sticking by us 162 episodes to find out that this is cocaine now. So that's
there's no way they didn't already know it. Then
there's no way
if they launched them all. It's also Pixie Dust.
Yeah, honestly. So the room's erupting. Bork is going to ask Eli for a favor to also use that portal out of here.
Sure.
Bork is going to rush forward, grab a couple of folks, and give a whistle towards Molly, who you'll note is rushing inside at the whistle of meat, seeing a hippo. I want to make sure we're getting this right, Hallie. You see Molly looking at you hungrily. Would you like to stick around here? You think you might be on the food chain, and maybe below Molly on it.
I'm gonna try and lure Molly through the portal with me. I'm gonna like wait just long enough to let her kind of catch up, and then I'm just gonna like rush, because hippos are super fast when they want to be, and she's just gonna bowl her way through the portal and drop the wild shape as soon as she hits the other side.
Everyone will successfully make their way through. The only exception being Xhydra. You clip for just a moment. You have this startling and jarring image of Orcus in your head, the likes of which you haven't seen in a long fucking time.
Oh, Molly's gone and I'm here?
You have been pulled into a portal. However, you're actively kind of hallucinating / in a different dimension and looking at the face of Orcus. And at that point, everyone clips back towards this strange hole that they're falling through. You'll see that there is a Ruggy with a tricorn cap and a eye patch with a set of mirrors pointed towards his face. You think he's just getting a good tan. You'll successfully make your way to the other side. Everyone will arrive in Lucky's Tavern, luckily enough. Eli, there's already a tall tankard of mead ready for you. Lucky looks bewildered with the amount of folks that have arrived, but drops 500 gold for each of you onto the ground. That's for taking care of our political problem, and then for the rest, I don't know where you fucked off to, but welcome back.
I think I might have been a bit of a problem to some like hippo people. I was just trying to like relate, and I think I made it worse. So they might be coming here to like try and kill us at some point. I don't know.
He's gonna glance over to Bork. Bork's gonna give a shrug. He's gonna glance over to Eli.
Probably not, but they might. The Geth can be a little. Well, they like their big explosions.
That's concerning. Are there any resources of ours that they may enjoy?
Do you have any like really big guns that make things explode?
Action surge powder.
Lucky's gonna give a look over to Carver. I've got action surge powder. I've got a fuck ton of action surge powder. And then I'll look over towards Eli. I'm afraid I don't have the payload that you're requesting, but I know a certain gentleman that can drop a rock on scenarios, so to speak. He's gonna give a glance to Bork.
Kind of like, I would say Eli's gonna like point over his shoulder at Bork and be like, "Yeah, he's right there."
Bork's currently staring at a butterfly flying by.
Yep.
Jared holds out the bag of money, drops it on the counter, says "Icosahedron," and walks out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sacred geometry. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure whatever thing he's spouting over here, but if it's got religious context, I'm not worshipping too.
Abby's like, I don't know. He's been like going on about weird shapes and stuff.
Yeah, we'll have a great time. In the meantime, I'm looking to end today's game here. We've got loot. We've got a strange adventure that kind of went nowhere, but went a few places. Yep.
I would just like after everybody's dispersed, Carver will contact Eternal again. Negotiations destabilized. Mission success.
The gift remain a wild card then. Very well.
Oh,
And
did Molly
that's all I
come
got.
through the portal?
Yes. She seems pretty at home in Lucky's Tavern, though. There's like a level of comfort, not like an own the place type of deal, and also not like a snuggly type of deal. Just, like anyone else passing through.
Okay, I'm gonna order Lucky. Can I have like the biggest thing of some kind of meat? Preferably quite rare for the flaming horse.
He's gonna pull out a pitcher of pig's blood. Oh, I'm sure she'll be having the usual then.
Yeah, and like some food. She wouldn't eat the candy earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, she's not really a sugar cube type. She's more the sugar cube giver eating type. We'll figure something out. Maybe like a cube steak. Have you thought about messing with? We'll get to that later. In the meantime, food is going over to Molly, who looks thrilled to be receiving more meat. She doesn't really seem to be giving any regard to the folks handing it to her. You think she's just kind of distant emotionally.
I'm just gonna whisper, "We'll be friends soon. I can feel it," and leave her be.
There's like a deep exhale. You smell fire and brimstone coming from her nostrils. She's giving you the horse equivalent of fat chance. At that point,
Ali has a new purpose in life.
we're going to go ahead and end today's game here. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening and stays safe. In the meantime, may your next roll be a natural 20. Have fun, everybody.